Hey, hi everyone, welcome to Coding Simplified, and now we'll understand that how we can use the loops in C Sharp. So when we talk about the loops, we have three kind of loops. First we have the for loop, then we have the while loop, and then we have the do while loop. So we'll understand all of the three loops, that how we can utilize them into C Sharp language. So the first loop is for loop. So when we say loop means let's say if you want to execute something one by one. So in this case we use loop. Let's say I have numbers from 0 to 5, or let's say your goal is to print numbers from 1 to 10, right? So the one way is that you will basically print console.write 1, then console.write 2, then console.write 3, and keep on going till 10. Now in that you have to write the 10 lines. Now in this case, can we do something so that we can use loop from 1 to 10, right? Because it's a coding, so we'll make it as effective. So that is why here we can use the loop. We'll say that from I equals to 0 to 5, our aim is to print from 1 to 10. It means because our index start, or in fact we can start from I equals to 1. From I equals to start from I equal to 1 and till we'll say less than equals to 10, right? And I plus plus. So what it says that you have to start from I equals to 1 and you have to go till I less than equals to 10, and then you have to write what? You have to write the this I value, right? So this is what we say, that this is, and what we are doing, we are basically using a loop. So this is for loop. We are saying, so it means this is my initial condition, this is my basically initialization condition. Initialization condition means I am initializing that my I equals to 1, right? In fact, if you want, then you can also do something like that. Let's say I say int I, and then here you can initialize I equals to 1. So it means this portion is known as the initialization portion, where you initialize the value. That what's the initialization value? My initialized value is I equals to 1. So here you say, so what it will do, it will basically print 1. Then this is a condition, that if I need to go inside this block, inside for loop in this block, then it will go here if this condition is matching. So this is basically condition matching. So it says where the I equals to 1, so 1 is less than equal to 10. Yes, it is. So it will go inside this, it will print 1, and then it will go I plus plus. I plus plus means it will increase the ith value by plus 1. So now I will be 2. Again it will go here, and then it will check if I is less than 10. So it says means 2 is less than 10. It says yes. So it means again it go here, and then it prints the value. Again it will go here. So when it will reach I equals to 10, in this case also print, but when I will be 11, in this case it will check that if 11 is less than 10, this is not. So in this case it won't print here, and then it will go out of the loop, right? So in fact I can show you by debugging mode as well how it works. Let's say if I start this in debug mode, now you see that what is the I value? I value is 1, means we have done initialization. Now the condition is also matching, so it will go here, and so here via this we can basically step over. It means via this we can check that whether it will basically debug the one line. So it will go here, and you can see that it will print 1, right? Because it has printed 1. Again it will go here, it will check the condition, then it will do I plus plus, and it will check the condition. You see that first it went here, then it is coming here, and then it is checking that whether the condition is matching. So it says overall the condition is matching, right? So in this case we have to again go, and then again inside it will go here, it will print the value. Now you can see that it is printing 2, right? And then again it will go in this step, because after that it goes into this step I plus plus. So now I value will increase by plus 1. So now ith value is what? I value is 3. Again 3 is less than 10, so again it will execute, and it will go inside the loop. So this is how it will keep on printing the value. And so let me check. So it has printed till 6. So 7, 8, 9 and 10. So this will also print 10. So it means you could see it has printed 10. Now after that, when the value will increase to 11, now the I value is 11. It means now this is not less than equal to 10. So in this case it want to go into this one, and then it will exit of the loop, right? So this is how this is how we basically print the value. So now you could see it has printed from 1 to 10. So this was the for loop. Now we know that this is for the initialization, this is for the condition matching, and this is for the increment. So in fact we can also do something like that as well, that let's say I equals to 1. It means initialization part we can do here itself, and then we can ignore this, and that will also work fine. So let's say if I run this, and so you can see it has printed from 1 to 10, right? So that is also fine because we have the initialization here. Now in fact you can write this is the basically increment value. So if you want, then we can also do this here as well. So we can say I plus plus. It means rather than here we have done here as well, so that is also works fine. So let's say if I run this again, and you could see it has printed from 1 to 10, right? So that is also fine. So it means this condition is also there. So it means for loop we have 3 points. This is initialization, this is increment, and this is a condition, that if the condition is matching, then do this, right? So this was about the for loop. Now let's talk about the while loop. In while loop, what we do, in while loop we have only one statement inside this conditions, and while loop says while. So we say while this condition is matching, then do this, right? So it means what all we have to do is that in for loop we have three things. We can do initialization, condition, and the increment, but here in while loop we only put the condition. It means this for will change to while, and then we have to remove this part as well, and we have to remove this part as well, and that's it. Now everything will remain same. So it means what we have done, we say that initialization part we have to do here, then it will check that whether the condition is matching. If the condition is matching, then execute whatever is there inside this block. So it means it will print this like it will print I equals to 1, and then it will say I plus plus. Then again if the condition is matching, because let's say, okay, let me show you by debug, and in this time I will take a smaller value. So let's start the debug point, and you could see, so it means I was 1, so it says the condition is matching, so it will print the value, and it will increase the I value, right? So it will I equals to, so now you could see here also, you can see here that here it says I equals to 2 now, right? And it has printed I equals to 1. So it will go here again, and it will say the condition is matching again, because I equals to 2, so condition is matching. So it will print the value, and it will increase the value. So now you can see I equals to 3. Again the value is matching because 3 is less than 5. Again it will print. Now I is 4, so again it will matching. I is 5, that is also fine because this is less than equals to, so it will print 5. And then now I is 6, so it won't match, so it will go out of the loop, and that's it. So you can see it has printed from 1 to 5, right? So this is how we use a while condition, while loop. In while loop it will basically keep on executing until this condition is matching. So let's say if I put I equals less than equals to 500, so it means it will print from 1 to 500. And let's say if you just print true, if you just print true, it means it will keep on going because it is always true, right? So you should always make the conditions, this is basically logical operator. So it says until unless this condition matching, it will keep on doing this execution, right? So you have to very carefully, it should not be always true, otherwise it will keep on executing this, and then it will stack overflow exception, right? So that's what you have to take care. So this was about the while loop. So it means in while loop, if the condition is matching, then we go forward. Now we'll see the third loop, which is the do while loop. In do while loop, what happens, that first it do, and then it checks the condition. So it means this while condition will basically appear here, and then here we have to specify do, right? So it means what we say, we are saying and then here to put this one, yeah. So what it says that hey, first do this, and then if this condition is matching, then again go further, right? So it means what it will say, let's say I equals to 1. So it means it will first of all print the value. It will first print the value, it will first execute this one, then it will check the condition that whether it is matching or not. So how it will a difference? Let's see by debug point how will the difference. Okay, so let's debug this. So what happens in do while loop, that first it will do the execution whatever in this block, and then it will check the condition. So like you can see that first it will print the value. You can see that here it is printing the 1, and then it will do I plus plus, and then it will check the condition that whether the conditions are matching, then again execute this one. So the difference between while and do while is that while first it checks the condition, then it executes. In do, it first execute, and then if the condition is matching, then it again execute. So like you can see here that it will again do it will again print 2, then it will check again, go further, then it will check the condition that whether the 2 is less than 5, then again go inside this execution. So similarly it will keep on executing till 5, and now our I is 6. So now it will check that if I is less than equal to 5, this is not. So after that it will go out of the loop, right? So that's what the difference is between while and do while. In while first it checks the condition, then it executes. In do first it executes, then it checks the condition. If the condition is meeting, then again go further, right? So that's what we have seen, the three loops in C#. First for loop, while loop and do while loop, and this is how we use the loops in C#. So that's all guys about this video, and in case you have any questions, then please write in the comment section. I will try to explain that. And guys, if you have liked the video, then please subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Thank you.